So it's just me tonight for the highs, lows, and uh-ohs. It's fairly late. We had a late evening, and this is also the time in the trip where I start to get really philosophical and reflective finally, and begin to see some of the pieces all come together. Tonight's high redeemed Rome for me. I've really been struggling the past few days. There are a lot of things that were kind of Pisa moments for me, right? Like when I got to Pisa and it was not what I expected. None of Rome has been what I expected. Everything I knew about Rome, I learned from Audrey Hepburn, and it was a movie, guys, and that's not actually how the world is. So it was a little difficult, and we've had struggles. You know, one of our group members tested positive for COVID after having some symptoms. A second member tested positive in the testing to fly back to the United States. So 2 of our folks are stuck here in isolation. They're not going to be able to head home while the rest of the group gets to head home. A couple of us are heading off to Germany on our way home. So that's been really difficult as well. So Rome has just kind of gotten a bad taste, I think, in most of our mouths. I know for sure for me, Rome has not been my favorite part of this trip. But tonight we did, it was like an Airbnb experience package with this mother and daughter who do cooking classes and host dinners for people, and they were incredible. They were these just beautiful, vivacious women with a heart for hospitality and getting to know people from all over the place. They made us an amazing dinner. They asked us all sorts of wonderful questions about what it's like to be lady saints, as we've been calling ourselves for the trip. They called us women priests. And it was just a beautiful, fresh of breath air. And the food was the best food we've had in all of Rome, possibly all of Italy, although it's a pretty tall order. And the daughter is a sommelier, so the wine was incredible. And the conversation was rich and deep and meaningful. And for the rest of my life, when I think about Rome, I'm going to think about that. So that was absolutely the high. The low was all of the stuff with the group separating and not everybody going home according to plan. And, you know, that's just travel in the time of COVID. You have to be ready for anything. And you take more risks in going places because that's how the world is, right? The world is just a riskier place right now. And I don't think that's a reason not to live life and see new places. And maybe that's easy for me to say because I'm one of the ones whose itinerary hasn't been screwed up yet, right? And so, yeah. I've just been really reflective this evening. The uh-oh is that in the same way that the other night I ordered a large beer that was like way larger than I expected, today in order to not do the same thing, I ordered a small one. It was like 3 shots of beer, so that wasn't what I expected. So that was my uh-oh. But I think I'm glad that this piece of the trip is ending on a high note. And I'm looking forward to decompressing for a couple of days in Munich. We fly out tomorrow morning and on to Germany, a place I've dreamed about since I was a child. So here's hoping it's not Pisa.